All right, everybody. It is welcome to the 15 meaningful minute book club. I am Allyson Cunius, and together with my friends Don Perry and Laura Jones, we're so excited that you're joining us today. We will start each meeting exactly at noon. So if you're not able to get on the Zoom right at noon, we are recording this and we will send out the recording. I just have to make sure that I have turned off the waiting room. 1 second
And it
here.
is noon Central Time.
Oh,
Allison speaks,
yes.
so 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Let me turn off turn off the
While she's
okay.
doing that, I will add that if you have any comments or any questions as we go, please use the chat room, just to save time. It'll be easier for us to kind of collaborate like that.
Okay. So, we've started the recording. We will be sending out a summary. And the purpose of the 15 Meaningful Minutes book club is designed for busy women to come together, empower one another, and this month apply the principles of the book Atomic Habits. Our goal is to authentically work smarter, not harder in 2025 to achieve our health, relationship, family, financial, and spiritual aspirations, wherever your goals may fall. So, Dawn, would you like to introduce yourself and share a little bit about um, one habit you've tried to build or break in the past and how it
Yes,
went?
thank you, Allison. Atomic Habits is something I started reading it every January about 5 years ago, and it's become a January ritual for me. I listen to it on Audible. I have a hard copy as well, and I try to get one nugget each year and apply it to my life. And one of the things that I've been working on for 5 years is to wake up earlier and to start my day in a way that's not rushed and hectic. So I've shifted a lot of habits over the course of the 5 years, and I'm getting closer.
And that's what's important too. Laura, do you have one habit that you'd like to build that you've tried to build or break in the past and how that went?
Yes. Yes. My dentist says I need to water pick. I don't know if you know if you're familiar with the water pick. And I'm like, why can I not do this? And so I have the water pick, but I don't use it every day. So that's my habit
Okay.
I need to incorporate.
That's a good one, and I think we can really help you with that this during this book club and during the reading of the book. Just to let you guys know, Dawn and I have both read Atomic Habits in the past, and Dawn rereads it. Dawn had the great idea to reread it every at the beginning of each year. So I'm rereading it, and Laura, it's your first time reading the book, right? So if it's your first time reading the book, put it in the chat. If you've already read it and you're kind of on a reread journey, put it in the comments, um, and we can share at the end. Um, so Dawn, since Dawn is the Atomic Habits veteran, she's going to share some of the key takeaways from the core concepts of the book quickly.
Yes, thank you. So, the importance of small habits and their compounding effect over time is really the theme behind all of this. And the idea is that the habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Therefore, if you adjust even 1% over the course of a year, you're really incorporating a huge shift if that 1% accumulates. And the concept that we're going to be sharing today and getting more into it in the coming weeks is an identity-based habit and how they shape our behavior. For example, if you have an identity of a habit that you're going to incorporate versus a goal. And Allison, why don't you share what the prompt is that you had in the email, and then we'll go from
Okay.
there.
So if you signed up later this week, I just sent out a link. I texted a link to the email, so you might not have seen it yet. But in the book, um, he talks about getting offered a cigarette. Like, would you like a cigarette? And it's a very quick response. No, I don't smoke. So you're able to make that decision very quickly and succinctly. You don't have to really think about it if you're not a smoker because you don't identify as a smoker. So you're not like, oh, maybe I should try pick up smoking. I mean, unless you're like 15, you're not thinking that way, right? But it's that quick identity based decision that makes it easier for you to make those decisions that are just as easy to make as they are to break. So the prompt in the email was, I am, and it could be like 2 to 3 words that how you identify as. Like, I identify as a retired college athlete, most of the time. And I'm on a mission to be stronger as I age, in 2025. So the things that I do and the decisions that I make are going to be based upon the fact that I'm an athlete. I played in college. I am on a mission to do things that are going to make me stronger as I age. And so the decisions that I make every day are going to support that or detract from it. So it's either going to move you closer to the goal or farther away. But we'll get into that and how to make those decisions later on in the series. So, Dawn, you want to share yours? Laura, would you like to share yours?
Sure. I want to piggyback off of what Allyson said. Identity-based habits very different than an outcome-based habit. And we talk about goals, like goals for the new year. That's more an outcome-based habit where identity is something that's going to stick with you, not just reach a goal. So, for example, if Allyson identifies as an athlete, she's going to have behaviors that also go in line with that. And I put in mine, I am a leader and I'm on a mission to help others lead. And so if I identify as that, then the actions that I do will correspond to that. How about you, Laura?
Hey, so mine is actually kind of personal. I have it written down, but I'm just not ready to share with the group. But I love this prompt, and I hope everyone is able to kind of, if you haven't already had a chance, write it down. And I saw that Allyson put it in the chat, and just think about that for yourself, who you are and what you're on a mission to do.
Good point. Good point, Laura. And it can be something, it doesn't have to be like a specific identity that you have, like a college athlete, say. It could be, I'm a calm person and I'm on a mission to be a calm parent, or I am a energetic person and I'm on a mission to, be a positive force in the world. It can be, um, it doesn't have to be formal descriptor, right? Okay. So if you want to put yours in, if you're comfortable putting yours in the comments, and you can reverse engineer it too. If Laura needs to use her water pick, Laura is someone that is concerned or is mindful of her health, and she's on a mission to have better dental hygiene in 2025. Or
That's so good.
you can reverse engineer it as well. All right, so name it and claim it. If you want to put it in the comments, if you haven't had a chance to really think about that, think about it this week. And you'll have a chance to share that either in the email, put it somewhere visible, so that you personally can keep it close to your heart. Stephanie shared one in the comments. So Stephanie, can I share that with everybody? That you could just put it in the comments. I guess you
Sure.
put it in the comments so we can all read it. Okay, so we have 5 minutes left. The next question for everyone to consider is, what is one small habit that you'd like to focus on improving? And how does this align with your bigger goals? And Dawn's going to share a tip So
Yes.
take a moment to think about that. And I will share one of mine and actually show you what it looks like. One small habit that I'm focused on improving is um, creating a daily exercise routine and getting back to that, which I haven't been great at. And so I have a weighted vest. I don't know if you can see. I have a treadmill right behind me. My shoes are on the treadmill, and my weighted vest is like right over there, so it's close by. So I'm improving my strength. I am created a small habit. We'll talk about the benefit of making it small and doable of 10-minute walk on that treadmill with my weighted vest on every day. I'm not right now, the goal is not to run a marathon this weekend. It is to establish a daily habit of exercise with incorporating weights. Dawn, what's yours?
So what Allison described is a 1% improvement principle, meaning like 10 minutes a day, it's going to grow over time. And she's also showing habit stacking. And so for mine, because I want to get up 5 minutes earlier every day and actually end up getting up an hour earlier, that's the end goal. I'm going to also incorporate certain habits, setting my alarm and having my hot lemon water as soon as I wake up. Everything is ready in my little kitchenette in my bedroom, and having all those habits stacking up. And I wanted to just read because we have an example already. You guys are already thinking like that because Chris, as soon as Laura said that, she wanted to use the water pick, Chris had a great habit stacking tip, which was put it in the shower and use it there. So that is a perfect example of a tip of how to incorporate a habit.
Okay, so this week we talked about creating an identity-based habits and what picking one small habit that you're focused on improving. Um, and and the simple strategy of habit stacking. Um, we'd encourage you to reflect on how you can begin applying these ideas to your daily lives. So next week, one of the things I also did was make it obvious, like obvious, my treadmill is right behind me, my sneakers are on top of it. But that's the first law of atomic habits that we'll be covering. So make sure that you cover that either in Audible or in the book form. But we're so glad that you were able to join us this week. And really, a motivational quote from the book is, "You don't rise to the level of your goals; you fall to the level of your systems." So each week, we're going to help make a system so that you can support your habits to move you closer to your goals this year. Um,
Allison, could you give the 4 laws just to close so we see the direction of where we're going?
um,
Do you
I
have
don't
them?
have them right in front of me,
I
Dawn.
have them. I
Oh,
have them
you
right
have
here.
them? It's make it
Yep.
obvious.
Yep. You got
What's the
it.
next one?
The second one is make it attractive.
Yep.
The third one is make it easy. And the fourth one is make it satisfying.
Yes.
So that gives you kind of an overview of where we're going.
So you just have to cover a little bit each week, and we're just going to cover a little bit each week. It's 12:15 now. I hope this was 15 meaningful minutes in your week so that you're motivated to either get started with the read or the reread, or continue on this journey with us. Before we leave, I wanted to just read Stephanie's in case you're listening to the recording. Stephanie has a great one. She said, "I'm Stephanie Humes. I'm an empowered woman who wants to empower others. I love my family, biological and chosen. I'm an advocate trying passionately to end sexual violence in our state. I'm an avid learner, always reading or trying to learn something new to me. I'm on a mission to improve my health and fitness, to learn to manage my finances and grow in my new position at work." That's awesome, Stephanie. And we're so excited to be able to support you as you get closer to all of those goals and live in your mission. So thanks everyone. I'll be sending out the recording and summary. So we hope to see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.